want to welcome you all to the webinar called the New Program. And basically what we're going to do today, as always with Target, we make modifications and changes to what we do and continuously try to improve it to make sure that our customers are getting the best experience possible. So we want to keep you guys updated on what some of the changes are, what the structure of the program looks like now, and hopefully this is a roadmap for you all to understand where you are on this path and how you can either get to the next step, what your options are, and where you could and should be. So think of today as more of a roadmap, of a guideline about where you are now and where you want to get to. So we're calling it the New Program. It's a lot of the things that we do, what we see over time, we adapt and evolve, and we develop new software, we develop new mentorships, we change settings on some of the things that we do to give you guys, the students, the best opportunity possible to be profitable traders. So today we are incorporating both Target Trading Academy and Bubba Trading. As you guys know, over the last year and a half, we've merged a lot of what we do, and we've developed a program that, at the end of the day, develops very successful traders. Before we go too far, I just want to read the disclaimer. This is at the bottom of the website, it's bottom of Target's website, Nova's website, all of our websites. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. Trading is a risky endeavor, okay? You have the opportunity to make money, you also have the opportunity to lose money. This is a process. It's no different than investing in a business, putting out a loan, whatever you would do that would be a profitable opportunity. There's risk involved. So make sure you understand the risks that are involved. And if that's something you want to talk about to understand, please reach out to one of the education consultants. They're more than happy to explain it to you. I want to introduce our team, guys. I think a lot of you know us individually. Some of you have come to events. You've met us in person. First guy on the mic earlier today, that's the AngryTrader, Patrick Assalone. Guys, Pat's a 20-year trading veteran. Okay, he's been doing this for 20 years. He has developed incredible processes along the way. He's got multiple professional licenses with the NASD, Series 3, 7. I mean, we can go through all the different licenses. He has run hedge funds. He's done multiple things. And probably the single most important thing that Pat has done, in my opinion, that impacts you guys is that he developed the modified market profile trading platform. And he's been teaching it for about 15 years and continuing to improve it. And that's really the foundational program of what we do here at Target. This is me, Mikey Z. I'm a former investment banker. I'm one of the owners and operators of the company. And I always say I'm not only the client, I'm not only the president, I'm also a client. Our automated softwares, our programs, I myself use them. I believe in them. You will find, especially when it comes to our automations and things, the people that work here use what we have. We believe in what we do. We don't just put it out there for sale. We believe in what we do. And of course, Bubba, he's a 45-year trading veteran, former floor trader, 3 decades, in fact, as a floor trader at the CBOE. You'll see him on TV and radio, Pat as well. He's a developer of multiple options trading strategies and automation platforms. He's got about 15 years of teaching trading himself. And here's a couple of faces that you might not know if you haven't come to some of the events. Randall Matheny. So Mr. Randall runs Randall's Ramp Up. He's got about 15 years of trading experience himself. He is a former student of Patrick, Dan, and Bubba's. And for the last 5 years, he has been teaching the entry-level class. We call it the Ramp Up Room, which exposes new students to the terminology, the theories, the concepts of what we do so that when they get into the live trading rooms or when they begin to use the different software, it makes sense to them. And as a former student, he's able to bridge that gap between a non-say industry veteran and someone who's never traded before and is learning to do it. Dan O'Brien, 25-year professional trading veteran. He's developed the algo trading system, Karnak Technologies, and again, he's taught thousands of traders the algo system, and we've got countless success stories of Dan as well. David joined us about 5 years ago, I believe, to be as a student initially. He's got about 10 years of trading experience. He's a former student of both Patrick and Dan. And David is a developer of various trading software programs and platforms. One of my favorite stories is Dan coming up and saying, "Hey, listen, guys, I saw, Pat, what you were doing, and I automated it. What do you think?" And it's so cool to see something like that. And a lot of the platforms that we use and programs that we use now were developed by David, Executioner, DaVinci, and different HBA platforms and things. So David is our CTO and is the tech guy when you guys have questions. Another couple of faces you guys don't see very often, and they're going to kill me for ripping these pictures off of Facebook of them, but that's Joe Johnson and Michael Fabiano, or Fabs. That's the other Mike. So we call them education consultants, guys. Both are former students and have worked with Pat, Dan, and Bubba for years. They're both active traders with over 10 years of experience trading each. So when they're coming to you and speaking to you, they're not speaking to you as someone with no industry knowledge or as a quote salesman. They're coming to you with actual trading experience, explaining to you how to do things. When Joe or Fabs comes to you and is walking you through Executioner, they know how to use Executioner because they use it themselves. Both of them work with funded trading platforms, and they know their business very, very well. Their role, the way we see it at Target, is to be your guidance counselors. They help you develop a path to your version of success and what your success looks like, and they help you stay on that path. Now, if the guys weren't going to kill me for ripping their pictures off of Facebook, the girls definitely will. So these are your student coordinators. So they become your primary point of contact. You guys have received phone calls, texts, emails from Rachel, Anya, and Aaron. The way the company works is you guys get assigned a point of contact. If you have questions, concerns, complaints, issues, anything, they're the first place you go. And then they're sort of the traffic director for each of you guys, okay? One of the things that Rachel, Anya, and Aaron do that, in my opinion, really separates Target from our competitors are what we call trader checkups. And that's that phone call that they do with you guys where they call and they say, okay, where are you? What are you doing well? What are you struggling with? Oh, you've been struggling with this for 3 or 4 calls now. Let's do something about it. And that's when they bring you to your education consultant and they figure out how to fix that problem. Rachel, Anya, and Aaron should always be your first call, guys, and they will direct traffic for you. They'll get you to the right people to solve your problems. And again, ladies, I'm sorry I ripped your pictures off of Facebook, but it's kind of cute. Real quick, guys, this is an important thing we talk about. When it comes down to trading, one thing matters. I don't think any of you guys and gals got into this because it was fun, right? You don't get into this to straight gamble. You got into this to perform. You got into this to make money, all right? Money is made, and that's the results. That's the most important focus at the end of the day. That's the reason we're all here. When Pat developed the modified market profile system, he developed it with one thing in mind, and that's consistency, something that was repeatable and executable day in and day out, right? Now, there are days that there's more trades, there's days that there's fewer trades, but the most important thing is on a long-term basis that it's a consistent, repeatable strategy. And to me, that's the way we measure the results. So some of you students, your guys' results are part of what we produce every single day as our student results. We produce them on YouTube. They get shared to Facebook. You'll see your name pop up. Bill, great job. Gary, great job. Hey, listen, Charles, you have to work on this. We produce those every single day, and we do it for a reason. It's a way, A, of holding you accountable, but it's also a way for us to measure if we're being consistent and if what we're teaching is working. So real quick, I want to hit the results on a very important measurement here, okay? Year to date, we've had 619 wins, 194 losses, 25 break-evens, and we're at about a 73.78% win rate, okay? This is a pretty good win rate, all right? But you say, okay, well, that's year to date. But I want to show you something really incredible. In 2024, I'm not going to go through all the numbers, but this was the total accumulated trades for 2024. We had 74% win rate. In 2023, a 71% win rate. In 2022, a 75% win rate. And guess what? You go back to 2021, 2020, they're 72, 73%. We are consistent. Our students, you guys, are consistent. Now, remember something. Those trade results are experienced students and beginner students. So if you're a student with us right now and you've been with us for a little while and you're looking at that and going, yeah, but my win rate's at, say, 60%. What does that tell you? It tells you you have to improve. If you're one of the students that's with us right now and your win rate is over 80%, you're going, yep, I'm better than average. I'm consistently pulling the team ahead. Okay? If you're sub, I would say 75%, speak to your education consultant. Talk through what you're struggling with and work on improving it so that you can be consistently at or above that 72, 73% mark. If you've never traded with us before and you're new here today, that's the level of consistency that we expect and that we show year in and year out, week in and week out, day in and day out. I could go through all these guys. You know what these look like. They're pretty incredible. I think one thing that's really important to me, okay? And this is me, this is Michael. I'm one of the owners of the company. Pat's one of the owners. One of the things we pride ourselves on, absolutely pride ourselves on, is our trust pilot. And why? We have over 100 5-star reviews, okay? That's not easy to do. Okay, that means that we have worked with every single person that's on here that's an existing student. That means our former students, our future students. This is our pride and joy right here. We hold ourselves accountable day in and day out to this measurement. Okay, why is that? Because if we're not good at what we do, there's going to be a ton of negative reviews. Okay, you go to some of our competitors, you're going to see they fight to keep their percentages up. Okay, we take pride in what we do. And I'm going to tell you, you go in and you read the reviews here, you're going to see there's situations where we told people, you're never going to be a good trader. You don't have what it takes to do this. We don't want to take your money anymore. We're not comfortable with you being a student anymore because you're never going to be good at this. You don't have the mindset for it. And you say, ooh, that's harsh. But guess what? Is that harsher than going to that person and taking $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 from that person every year? Or is it better to show them the truth that this is not going to work for you and we want to help you do something that will be good for you? Okay? We are firm believers in our program, but it's not for everybody. We teach what we teach to people that are capable and able to do it and willing to step in front of that bus, learn this. Listen, there's very few people that are existing students right now that haven't been berated by Patrick at least once. Okay, Patrick is my business partner, and Patrick has berated me at least once. Okay, and that's just this week. All right, but you get better from it. Okay, it's not easy. It's a commitment, and that's the important thing. It's a commitment to excellence, and we pride ourselves on that. Let's talk about the path to success. This term gets thrown around a lot in our industry. It gets thrown around a lot by us, but I don't know if we've ever sat down with all of you and explained what we mean by the path to success, because it's not just some corporate term, right? We're not just throwing out some weightless corporate term so it looks good and it's the motto that's up on the wall at the office, okay? That's not the way we believe in it. We have something that we've actually developed. It's the flame principle, okay? And we've built our business model around this flame principle. And once you understand it, it's going to make sense where you are in the program and where we're trying to get you to, okay? So the flame principle is fairly simple, all right? It's an acronym. It stands for follow, learn, apply, improve, master, okay? So I'm going to start at the top. Follow is you don't know how to trade yet. So we're going to give you signals and you're going to follow those signals. Learn is classroom experiences, okay? Learn is learning the method, learning the theory behind it, okay? And developing a faith in that theory and method so that you can execute it. Apply is like the lab class in college, okay? You learn the theory, you learn the method, now you got to go do it, okay? And when you're doing it, you're going to make mistakes. We all do. That's okay, because then we work on improving those mistakes once you're applying it. At the point of improvement, you learn to master it, okay? We have developed inside our program each one of these steps specific for you as students. Okay, so now you're going to take a step back and watch how this program goes and see where you are. Now, some of you have skipped this first step, okay? Because our first step didn't exist when you started with Target Trading Academy. It's something new that we've brought in. And our first step now is a signal room. It's Market Mavericks, okay? If you're familiar with the Market Mavericks room, it's from 9 to 10 every morning, okay? It focuses on one trade. It's a live trade. It's the blow-off trade. We're watching 8 markets, and it's literally, here's your entry point. Hey guys, we're looking at oil right now. This is what we're looking at. It's away. It's far enough away, and it's going to come back. This is what we're looking at taking. Okay, Bubba's calling out the trade for you in that room, 9 to 10 every morning. Why do we make it a signal room? We make it a signal room because if you've never traded before, learning to take the shot, okay, learning to execute a trade gets you over that initial step. That is a huge psychological step, okay? And that part of it, you can have all the theory, you can have all the method in the world that you want, but if you can't get past that first step, then manually day trading, okay, day trading for yourself is not going to be, it's not going to work. So we've learned that we like students to start with this because this is a good measuring stick to find out if it's worth taking the hours and hours and hours it takes to learn all the method and to learn all the theory. If you can't step in front of the bus, maybe trading's not for you. Okay, so our first step, the follow step, is very new, and a lot of you, it wasn't around back then. If you missed that step and you're further along, I would recommend going and checking it out, and here's why. The blow-off trade is not a reversal, it's not an inverse, it's not a gap fill, it's not any of the trending trades, the step 3 or any of that. It adds an extra trade to your quiver. So if you've mastered, say, Patrick's methodology, and you're at a point where you're trading it on your own, learning that blow-off trade, it's going to add 2, 3, 5 trades a day to your capability, which of course translates to more opportunities at bat, translates to more opportunities for profit. So it's worth looking at even if you are an experienced trader. And that's called the Market Mavericks Trading Program, if you ask about it later. So that's the follow step. The second step is the learning. And if you're an existing student, you're familiar with this step. You know what this looks like, okay? This is the classroom with Ramp Up with Randall. These are live online classroom experiences with the former student turned instructor, Randall Matheny. We have a class a day. Recordings are available. They're in your campus library. This is designed to be a beginner program, okay? This is designed for someone that's never traded before, that doesn't know the terminology. However, and there's a big but here, okay? Pardon my French, there's a Kim Kardashian-sized but here, okay? Veterans like this too. And a lot of veterans go back, all right? And what I mean by veterans is pro traders, experienced students. They go back because they want to relearn what they had. They want that brush up, that fresh refresher course. And I see it time and time again, and they go back and they go, I forgot that. Or, wow, that's clearer now. Now that I've been trading, I understand why that part is so important. So what we do is we leave that ramp-up room available to everybody. When you're an existing student, that ramp-up room is available. Now remember, you can take classes there on Pat's Market Profile Method. There's options. There's the blow-off trade. It's all available in the ramp-up room. And as I said before, the recordings are available on a regular basis. The core of this is that's the theory and the method, and it's being taught in an environment that doesn't have an accelerated pace. When you're in that live trading room and that clench factor kicks in, you're not necessarily paying attention to the learning environment. When you're in the classroom, it's a discussion, it's a back and forth, it's an interactive room, it's live, and you can actually get your Q&As answered by someone who's been right where you are right now and has gotten through to the point of being a successful trader. And like I said, you get exposure to futures, options, and more. A second aspect of learning, which most of you have access at this point if you're an existing student. If you haven't, I cannot recommend this enough, okay? We have thousands of hours of videos, instructional videos from the very entry level terminology, methods, theories, all of that, all the way through very sophisticated ways to look at trades. All of the classes get recorded, okay? There are recorded mentorships in there for you. There is a massive amount of information in your video library. And I want to remind you that your video library is interactive. If you write a question, I'm going to tell you, it comes to all of the instructors and myself as an email, and you will get a response to your question very rapidly. And more than once, the response warrants more than just a 2 or 3 sentence reply, and you'll get an inbound phone call from a member of our team explaining it to you. And I've seen some of these calls go out late at night. So don't be surprised if you're watching these videos late at night that you get an inbound call and one of us is calling to talk to you about it. We take our campus library, attempt to take it to a different level from a lot of the companies that are out there. We really want it to be informative, accessible, and functionally useful with that interactive component. So we've talked about the follow step, we've talked about the learn step. That third step is the apply step, okay? These are the live trading rooms. They're live online interactive trading rooms. They're hosted by Pat, they're hosted by Dan, and they're hosted by Bubba. You get running market commentary in these rooms. You're familiar with the trade reviews, and they're highly interactive. So there's Q&A all day. Most of you guys that are active students of ours, that's where you're used to going. You're used to going there and you're used to typing in your question. Pat's answering you live. And it's a great learning environment once you have a good foundation, once you speak the language. And as a reminder, we've got multiple rooms. It's not just the market profile room. There's the market mavericks room. There's the algo room. There's different places that you can go. And depending on the type of commentary you like, you may like different commentary from different places. Dan tends to be a little bit more cerebral in his approach. You're going to get a lot more of the scientific answers and the things that he talks about. It's definitely better for more advanced students. You have to speak the language in order to be there. Pat tends to be extremely direct and objective with what he does. Guys, what are you doing here right now? This is flat. You can only lose money. You're going to get a very direct response from Pat. Different people like different commentary. I encourage you to try the different rooms and see which one suits what you like best. Bubba's room is like his color commentary. I swear it's like a talk show in the morning. It's hilarious, but you sit in the room, you follow the trades, you can make money. Those of you that are new to the program or not a student right now, we developed a program called the First 100, Money Management 1 and Money Management 2. And what these programs are is you submit your trades to the instructors, and the instructors give you feedback on your trade analysis, on your entry, on your exit, a general way to review what you do to get better, okay? Now this applies to existing students too, and I'm going to stress this. Submit your trades. Submit your winners, submit your losers, submit everything you're doing. You can have graduated Money Management 2 and you can still submit every trade you take. Why? There's 2 reasons. Number one, you're going to get incredible feedback from a professional trader. If you're trading their method, they're going to tell you what you did right and what you did wrong. But there's a second factor here, guys, and there's a reason why this is really important. Why don't you want to submit your trades? Because you made a mistake, because you weren't paying attention, because you were you took a trade you know was bad, okay? The fact that you're submitting every trade holds you accountable to take a trade inside the system every time. It's a way of psychologically holding yourself accountable to making sure you're taking a good trade, because you have to submit it and you're going to have to hear from Patrick, okay? Or Randall, or whoever's hosting the room. Now, if you're consistently making the same mistake, you're going to hear it from Patrick. Guess what? That's going to make you better. I cannot stress how important it is to submit every single trade that you take. We'll get into this a little bit more later, but it's extremely important. Don't hold things back. Just because it's a dumb trade, submit it. Force yourself to do it, and it'll make you better over time. The second step of those trade reviews is that Money Management One program. Some of you are in this program right now as we talk. In this program, you're going to be learning the 2 high probability trades. That's your inverse and your reversal. You're also learning risk management strategies, the all in, all out strategy, the 1 bar stop and the 2 bar stop. And you learn to increase from 2 to 6 contracts. Now, after you're out of that first 100, this is a really important series of trades that you're going to take. And the reason why is one of the measuring sticks in the Money Management One program is to make you a profitable trader. You have to generate at least $800 in micros profits or $8,000 in mini profits to graduate the program, okay? You got to be profitable. So we are training you to be a profitable trader. This is a huge step, okay? This is very, very important. This is why I say to you it's extremely important to submit your trades, because once you're out of that first 100, to get out of Money Management One, you have to submit trades to get there. Now, many of you have already graduated this, and I'm sure you can explain the value of this is huge, because it teaches you to be accountable, it teaches you to be consistent, and to follow the rules. So back to that flame principle, we've talked about the follow step, the learn step, the apply step. Let's talk about the improve step, okay? We've already talked about trade reviews. Can't stress enough how important this is to do, but what I'm going to do for a minute here is I'm going to turn the mic over to Pat, and I'm going to let him explain to you 3 different trades. Pat, just tell me when you want me to move to the next slide for these, but could you do me a favor, just go over each of these as though you would do with a trade review. What's good, what's bad, what they did well, what they didn't, so people can get an idea of what it's like to have a trade review done.
Sure. Mike, you also may want to turn your mic off just in case. First trade, it's irrelevant which student took these trades, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. If you're looking at the bottom of the HVA and you see executioner long, and it's a bit difficult because I don't have a pointer right now, that is not a valid trade per se. Was it at an edge? Yes, it's at an edge. Was it a long? Yes, it was, but it was performed in the wrong place. You're going to learn how to execute these signals in the correct context, in the correct area, correctly. A lot of corrects there. It's a very specific entry, and if you're not doing it correctly, guys, when you're carrying a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Now, did it work? Yes, it worked. It was a reversal long at the bottom of an HVA that was drawn the day before. Every single one of those HVAs are considered trade signals. They are all there for 24 hours. They are all good until they're not. The trade was good. The trade was a winner. He took it with 1 contract. He did that correctly. That comes through education. You've got to learn the value of the trade. Is it valid? Yes. What's it worth? Take it, don't take it. Next. This trade was a reversal short in gold. As you can see, it was taken with the executioner software. It was also painted valid, red bars telling you to go short. This is software specific to us. This is my method with Trade Assist software, alerting you to the fact that the trade is valid and you can go short. First time there, the reversal short was taken. It was a winner. Absolutely perfect trade. Next, please. This student didn't want to wait for the valid entry to occur, just went long with a market order. Guys, you cannot do that. That's as irresponsible as some talking head on television saying, buy the dips. Well, how do you know that's the bottom? You don't know. What's the difference between us and everybody else? We teach patience and discipline. We have rules. We have money management. We have risk management. The trade is either valid or it is not. After you have identified it is valid, you can then move ahead with value. Thank you very much, Mike.
So just a side note, if that voice intimidates you, this program is not for you. Sorry, Pat. All right, so we talk about improving. We talked about trade reviews. Most of you are used to having your trades reviewed. We also have developed software, like Pat just said. We've got the executioner software. We've got different software that we do. The most important thing that we did with developing the software is that it aligns exactly with the methodology, okay? Now, some of you that have been with us for a while, you've seen different softwares. So you've seen Wicked Order Flow, you've seen Oracle, you've seen different things. One of the things that we are constantly striving to do is to improve the software to align it with the methodology as best we can, okay? So recently, we rolled out 2 very specific software platforms in addition to our existing software, okay? So the first software that we had was the Voila software. If you're an existing student, the likelihood of you having this, about 99% of the students have the Voila software. What does it do? It draws those high volume areas. It draws the bouncing around areas, okay, for those of you that aren't existing students. It automatically draws them in so you don't have to draw them in each day. It just saves you time more than anything. It saves you a tremendous amount of time, and it makes sure that they're accurate, okay? Simple, easy to use. It auto downloads each day for you. It's a great program, and it aligns directly because it gives you the same high volume areas that Patrick uses. Now, Pat, I want you to walk through how Executioner lines up with your strategy. Because Executioner is a new software, even to existing students. I want to make sure they understand exactly how it lines up.
Sure, Mike. Everybody who's ever been with me knows this. If you've never been with me before, you're going to learn. I produce high volume areas the day before every trading session, so they are valid for the overnight session, the pre-market, and the next day's pit session. Every single one of those edges is a signal call. If you're going to do it manually, you're going to have to wait, and this is true with the software, but you're going to have to wait until price gets to an edge. You're going to have to measure out the maximum risk, which we provide you. You're going to have to place your stop orders to enter, to protect yourself, and your limit orders to exit. That's a lot of work. It takes a long time. People can do it. They did it for 12 freaking years before we had any Trade Assist software. What does the Trade Assist software do? It paints the bar. It automatically tells you if that bar is a valid signal or not. Check. There's no measuring using a crosshair and your mouse. 2, if the trade is valid and you're using, let's just say, even the manual Trade Assist software, all you have to do is turn it on. Once you're pulled into the trade, you will automatically have every one of your stops and your limit orders set. After you are in the trade, and let's say, for example, price is going in your favor, you are profitable, The software will automatically trail your stop using your pre-chosen setting, whether it's all in, all out, trail with a 1-bar stop, trail with a 2-bar stop. Essentially, 90% of the actual work is taken out of it for you. All you need to do is learn the method and choose to take the entry. Thank you, Mike.
Stay with me for a second. So the last one, which is the most recent rollout. Now, as I said, we've continued to improve and to add software that does Pat's method. The newest software that matches that method is the DaVinci software. So Pat, do you want to walk them through how the DaVinci adds to what Executioner does?
Sure. The difference is this: Executioner is designed to be taken at predetermined levels that I draw. No one else in the business does this. So you know 24 hours before where these signals are going to be. The DaVinci, on the other hand, is a trending entry software. So we teach you how to take these trending entries, whether they are step 2 reversions, step 3 trending entries, or gap fill trades. You are doing this on your own. So now, not only do you have trading software, trade assist software that's going to help you take reversals and inverses, you have the trading software that's going to enable you to take trending entries. Those are the ones that everybody loves. Those are the ones where you go long, it's going to go to 1 million. When you go short, it's going to 0. Those are the big winners. Now, guys, let's say you have the Executioner software. Literally 80% of your signals are going to be generated using the HVAs and allow you to execute using the Executioner software. That still leaves about 20%. And you're going to find that in those 20% of trades, they may not happen very often, but they're going to have moves as large, if not larger, than the reversals. Because once entries take off, either above or below the previous session's range, or if you open gap up or gap down, trading back to the previous session's range, those are generally the biggest entries, meaning profit-wise, length-wise, time-wise, you are going to have. Now you have tools that can help you execute both types of entries. Thank you.
So just so everyone understands, that integration, the idea behind this for existing students is you start with voila, you're still executing manually. Executioner becomes a part of your program as you take reversals and inverses, and then as you continue to improve and you take the step 3s, take the gap fills, you're using DaVinci. So the idea is that they all work as part of the system as you progress. I'm going to talk a little bit about more of that in a minute, but let me keep going here. So some of you have participated in our mentorship programs, and this is the last really important part of improvement, the improve step. Not everyone is going to want to draw their own HVAs, but it's available if you want to learn to draw them yourself, if you want to truly make yourself an independent trader. Some people say, I don't want to learn how to trade market profile over the course of a year. I want to learn everything in the next 6 weeks. So we created the Accelerated Market Profile Mentorship. We've developed a series of different mentorships, okay, designed to help students focus on key areas to be better. One of the most recent ones is the Prop Trader Accelerator. This is a meeting weekly with the prop traders, people who are funded traders, helping them understand market conditions, strategies, how to get and maintain their funded accounts. Okay. As we continue to go, we develop new mentorships along the path. As students come to us and say, hey, I really like this. One of the ones we're working on right now is a tech mentorship. Okay. You've bought the technology, but you want to understand the optimum ways to use the different technology and to use them together. So as I said, we're going to continue to develop new mentorships and roll them out for you. And we use those as ways to improve outside of the live trading room. The stuff that you learn in the mentorships is the next step. So, you're learning 75% of it in the classroom and in the live trading room. That last 25%, because it's not applicable for everybody, we teach in small group mentorships. We try to keep the size of the small group mentorships under 10 people. What we found is that that's the most effective environment to do it. So some of these, when you buy them the first time or you engage in them the first time, you end up with lifetime memberships. You can always go back for refreshers. So what we try to do is each time one is open, we only make it available for, say, 7 months or seven new seats, because former students a lot of times will come back. So don't be surprised that access to these is highly limited. We intentionally keep it that way for your guys' benefit. So flame principle, we've hit the core ones, right? We've talked about follow, learn, apply, and improve. The last one is master, okay? And many, many, many people don't reach the master stage, okay? This is the point where you've taken money management 1, you're trading on your own, you're trading for profit, and this is the stage where you decide if you want to add more. Now, Pat and I have talked about this a lot, and there's a lot of different theories about how add more can work. I look at it as a very simple mathematical equation, okay? Because we only work with high probability trades, there's a limit to the number of swings at bat that you're going to get each day when you take reversals. There are days that there's no reversals, okay? There are days that there's a limit to the number of inverses. There's a limit to the number of gap fills each day. But each time you add a new trade to what you do, and it's a high probability trade, theoretically, it's going to give you more opportunities for profit, right? So if, let's just say from a theoretical perspective, there's 3 potential reversals for you each day. There's 3 potential inverses. So now you've got 6 trades a day, potential trades for yourself a day. Then you've got 2 potential gap fills. Now you're going to add, you're up to 8 trades, okay? There's, when you learn to take the step 2, step 3s, there's an additional 3, 4 trades a day. You start adding to that the blow-off trades. Now you're looking at 12 to 15 trades a day. Now, can you watch all of those trades simultaneously? You can, but it's difficult. That's the master level, okay? That's finding what works for you. That's developing yourself to a point where you have that many arrows in the quiver. That's also understanding what systems work best in what market conditions, okay? If there's a massively trending market, okay, you're going to be taking more of the trending trade variety. There's not going to be as many reversals, all right? But you have that arrow in your quiver. If there's a ton of volatility, you're going to see more blow-off trades, okay? You're going to see more reversals. So the idea is that as you develop as a trader, you start with things that are foundational and easy to execute. And then as you progress, you add more trades, more programs to what you do, so you get more opportunities at bat. That's the idea behind mastery in what we do, giving you more opportunities to take profit. So master level, we took money management 1 and we made it a master level, or money management 2 and we made it a master level program. It's no longer required to before going live trading. We did that for a reason. We found that most people were profitable and happy being profitable with reversals and inverses. They didn't need to get to the step where they were adding gap fills, step 3s, reversions. They didn't need to add all of that, okay? They didn't need to get to that level. They were more than happy where they were, okay? If you want to get out of the more traditional market profile and you want to get into those trending trades, then Money Management 2 is the program where you would get access to that. And again, Money Management 2 is based on your submission of trade reviews. You've got to generate $8,000 in minis profit or $800 in micros profit to graduate from the program. But as I said, it's not a required course. This is for people who now have succeeded at doing the earlier stuff and want to take it to the next level. We've also generated software that matches these trades. That's the Da Vinci software that we had talked about earlier. We also have, and this is something we don't often talk about, we have the entire algorithmic trading system, which is Dan O'Brien's system. You notice, guys, that I put this at a mastery level. Okay, I didn't teach this, I bring this up as an entry-level class. There's a reason why. If you have a strong foundation and you want to add those trending trades to your system, there are more arrows in your quiver. But it's not easy to learn right out of the gates. It's something that adds to a pre-existing strong foundation, okay? Can it be done? They can all be done together, and there's people on this webinar right now who trade both systems, and they do it very successfully. Just understand that we teach this as a master level class. That algorithmic trading system is a master level class. Carnac Technologies, it's master level stuff. There's a reason why. It's hard to do if you don't have a strong foundation. We want you to be successful first and then start to learn the more complicated systems. And then also there's the Predator technology, which is another of Dan O'Brien's software programs. We also have advanced mentorships. Now, these you have to have graduated from different levels of the program in order to get into. For example, we have the advanced market context. This is for people who've gone through, you have to have gotten at least out of Money Management 1 before you can join this one, okay? This is a very unique expert level mentorship that will help you refine your trading techniques, and it gives you the ability to look left with a lot of skill. And then, of course, there's reading the tape, which is the one that Dan teaches. That's absolutely awesome. If you've never taken reading the tape before, it gives you a whole different outlook. And again, it's good for refining what you do at a highly experienced level. Now, something confusing that's happened lately, and I've been asked a lot of questions about this, is what are these packages? Because you guys are familiar with the a la carte program. So, okay, I come in, I want to buy a live trading room, I want this software, I want this, I want that. So what we found was we were building these bundles out for students. So a student would come in and they would want the live trading room, they would want the indicator, and they'd want a software. And we build this price package that was for them. All we did was formalize that concept, okay? So the Trade Pro system is just a formalization of a very simple concept. You get your Voila HVAs, you get any trade assist software that you want. So that's, you can get Executioner, you can get Carnac, you can get Da Vinci, you can get any of the programs you want, and you get the max, the deluxe model of whatever program that you pick. Predator, and then you get your room time. Okay, so this is a bundle. So you've gotten through the program, you realize that you like what we do, and you want to continue to participate. You want to continue to grow as a student. We priced this about 40% off of what the retail price would be to buy each one of the parts individually. That's all it's designed to do. It's just a standardized price. What I found was that we were consistently, okay, going to waiting for specials, waiting for pricing models, waiting for this, waiting for that to get into this. People were consistently waiting, and what was happening was we're realizing, guys, this is going to be the best price of the year because it's part of this bundle. We just built a bundle to make it easier for you guys so that during the year, you know, okay, this is where I'm going to get the best price. Okay, and just to be clear, this is the Voila HVAs. It's any one of the trade assist strategies. So you can get Executioner or Da Vinci or Carnac or Predator and room time. Okay, so just so we're all clear. Now you can add an a la carte additional software if you want, but we built that bundle, and again, it's about 40% under what it would cost to buy it a la carte. Okay, we built that intentionally so that there's no confusion and you don't have to wait till there's some incredible pricing model to buy in. You can buy in anytime throughout the year. Of course, rentals included and the libraries included. One of the newer packages that we came out with And this came out about the same time as the Trade Assist, because essentially it is the Trade Pro system. Okay, it's the Trade Pro system in the sense that you have all those parts. We added one more component to it though, which is the prop trader mentorship. Okay, this program is designed to get people who want to be prop traders to get through the evaluation process and to maintain their prop trader status. Okay, if you're thinking about being a funded trader, this is an awesome platform. It's priced extremely well. Okay, like I said, this one's almost 50% off of what the full price would be. Okay, it's just a hair under 50% off, and with this comes a discount at the funded trader eval. Okay, this is a really powerful platform for people that want to be funded traders, and I will tell you that people that are using this platform are finding success. Okay, is everyone successful with it? No, you're still you still have to perform every day, but this gives you the greatest chance possible to be a funded trader, to make those checks with trading other people's money. Because at the end of the day, if you're serious about trading, this is the opportunity to learn to and to continue to trade other people's money and make the most money possible with it. Okay, so that is called the Prop Trade Accelerator Practice. That's a newer package that we rolled out about a year ago, and we've just seen huge success with it. Can't stress enough. It's priced about 50% below what it would be to buy the parts individually. All right, and again we did that pricing so you don't have to wait for crazy specials or anything like that. It's designed to be a price you can get access to all year long. Now, the last thing we rolled out was actually by request from a student. Okay, and the student told us it, and we went, you know what? That is an amazing idea. Student basically said, look, I want everything. I want the whole kit and caboodle. I want the camels and all the horses. I want the whole thing. Okay. I want all the mentorships. I want everything that's in the program, and I want it for a year because I want to be as intense as possible. I am dedicating this year to learning how to be a successful trader. I already know I can do it. Now I want to go from being good to being great. So we developed a program called the Master Key program. And basically the Master Key gives you access to everything. Okay. Master Key gives you access to the live trading room, Ramp Up with Randall, campus library, all of the indicators that are in the market profile system, all of the Trade Assist software. So just to be clear, that's Executioner and Da Vinci if you do market profile. That's Karnak and Predator if you do the algorithmic trading. You get access to every mentorship. Guys, the value of that is incredible. Those mentorships, as many of you know, they're between $2,500 and $4,500 a piece. You get access to all of them. You can attend as many times as you want throughout the year. That alone has a huge value. And then basically the idea behind the Master Key program is if you've decided I want to learn right now, I'm dedicating this next year to doing this. I want everything. I want access to everything. I don't want to think about price. We set this price so that it's about 30%, not 30% off. It's about 30% of what the total a la carte pricing would be. This is for the person that's decided I want it. I want to do it and I want to do it right. And I'm dedicating myself to this here and now to do this and to make this my year. And then after, they go back to a trade pro system where they're just getting the key indicator they're using. They're just getting the key trade assist and they're getting their room time. This is designed for that accelerated, the maximum speed that you can learn what we do. This is the program to be in. So I want to remind you guys, we are way more now than we were before. We've got a ton of options programs, okay? Bubba is an absolute master at options. We've incorporated the Monday and Saturday calls into the options trading program. Those are all the emails throughout the week with the trades. We've got the comprehensive options trading program. We've got the hedging portfolio model. We've got a ton of options programs that we don't talk about when we talk about the market profile stuff. This is massive It's something we've never had before, and I encourage you to branch out. Go to Randall's Ramp Up and go on options days. Learn a little bit about it if you haven't yet. It's a really cool addition to what you're doing right now. I'm going to tell you one of the things I like about options is a lot of it is fire and forget. A lot of it is putting a trade in and I can go on with my day, or putting a trade in and then I can go into Market Mavericks and I can day trade, or I can go into Pat's live trading room and I can day trade. But I've got an options trade that's out there working for me at the same time. Again, another swing at bat, another opportunity, another arrow in the quiver. And then we got a ton of automated software. These are always under improvement. We're always working hard. Guys, SPY-A, Ratio Trader took a nice win the other day. SPY-A rolled. I think it's down a little now, but it's still rolled up positive for the week. It's up huge for the year. Equity portfolio is just off to the races right now. Can't say enough good things about equity portfolio. It's just screaming. These automated software platforms are something, they're new for us. They're about a year old. And again, there's a whole way of leveraging yourself with these and getting more swings at bat. So while you're manually day trading, you've got an automated software that's also trading for you in the background. Again, more about that. If you want to learn it, talk to your education consultant. They're happy to walk you through it. So guys, that's the gist of it today. I don't want to keep you much longer. I appreciate you being patient with me. The system, the program that we're teaching right now is very different than it was. If you were with us 3 years ago, it doesn't look like the same program. Okay, we've refined the model. We start with it's the flame principle right now, right? We start with this concept of following it throughout the system. Follow Bubba, right? You're going to learn, you're going to apply what you learn, you're going to improve what you learn, and then you're going to master what you learn, okay? We firmly believe in this. We live, eat, and breathe this ourselves every day, all right? Our education consultants are here to help you guys, to keep you on that path, to help you be successful. We believe in you guys. We hope that you guys believe in us. Many of you, I mean, I scroll down this list right now. Many of you have been with us 3, 4, 5 years. I love you guys. I appreciate what you do. I've met so many of you in person, got to break bread with you in Las Vegas, in Florida, in Sedona, in Chicago. This is a community, guys. I cannot stress to you enough that this is a community. I said something in Sedona at one of our mastermind events, and the team kind of made fun of me for the next, I don't know, 4 years. But I meant what I said, which is I'm building a cult here, guys. This isn't just about selling software. This isn't about just getting a bunch of students in paying tuition. I believe in what we do. I'm building a cult of followers. There's a sense of loyalty, a sense of commitment, not just from you guys to us, but from us to you guys. When something doesn't work, we get ahead of it, we fix it, we get it working. When we see room for improvement somewhere, maybe we're trading at 69%, we want to get you to 72%. We are constantly committed to excellence in a commitment to you guys as the students. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you staying with us. We know there's ups and downs. We do our best to stay ahead all the time. And we do our best to make sure that we're delivering the best possible solutions for you guys to be profitable traders. So thank you again for staying loyal to us. Thank you for listening to me talk today.